everybody, it's Jeannie with Jeannie's Palette.
Today we are creating with things that we have around the house, leftover things, and just being scrappy happy with Take 5. And my co-host is Funky Junk Inspiration. I hope you will check out both of our channels as well as everyone else in the playlist, which is linked in my description. And give us all a thumbs up, a comment, and a subscribe if you want to see more content like you see today. Let's get busy.
I'm going to work on some jewelry today from my paint pours. I've got a ton of stuff out here. I was just trying to get myself together and be a little bit prepared, and time just got away from me. So let me share with you, when I do my paint pours, paint drips off into the tray underneath, and I peel it off and make jewelry or different things with it. Today we're going to work on some jewelry. Let me show you some things that I did or a painting I worked on Sunday in a live. I still have to go back and put a clear sealer on it, but this is all, I did a paint pour, and all those little circles are hole punched from some of my paint skins, and I love this look. I just love it. So I want to do quite a few more of those. I have some ideas for some more of those. I've done a tree before, but today we are using the skins to make a jewelry. Now every year I have requests for Christmas colors. I do not tend to do red and green together, because if they mix, they make mud. But this is going to be pretty, I do think, for something Christmassy, some red and green. So we'll see how that goes. Now, I did order some of these trays. These are new for me. I don't usually use these because I like to I be lazy and use the cabochons that come, and we're going to do several different things. So I want to start with this one because it's new to me, and I've had people ask me about doing crosses. So this will be the first one, and we're going to cut some paint and put it in there. So let's get started. Alright, so let's see. Now I got this little cutting thing from Dollar Tree, and I like to use that. Now for this, I think we're going to have to use a little X-Acto knife and not a hole punch. Now look, this is how I store my paints. I put them in sheet protectors. If they lay on each other, then they, stick together and you can't use them. Or it's really thick and you can only use what's on top. So I put them in these sheet protectors in a notebook, and then find the colors that I just think will look great in one of these. And I want to try, I think this right here, I was looking for some black and gray, but I think I'm going to use this one. This is very pretty right here. I'm trying to think of what people might wear with. So let me pull this out and show it to you. Look at that. Is that not beautiful? And then the back is just as pretty. See, they look different. And it has picked up the wrinkles from the paper. But that's okay, the plastic. That's okay. Alright, so here's what we got to do. I'm going to take my cross, and it's like just the bezel here, tray, jewelry tray. I got a lot of paint stuff on here. I think I must have done that, I don't know, last time I was making jewelry. Alright, let's decide what orientation we would like to see. I don't want that green dot, and so I'm just going to take it here, and I don't like the waste paint, so this is what I'm doing. I'm just going to press it in so I know where to cut it. So no paint pour today. Alright, so I'm just taking my little X-Acto knife, and I'm tracing inside So I'm just tracing it, cutting it, and this little X-Acto knife I got from the Dollar Tree. So trying to cut that paint. And this is a stainless steel tray. You could use any kind you want. I mean, it's just what I tend to use. They look silver. I do have some that look antique brass, but I think they are still a stainless base. I do have some that are what they call alloy, which means it's a combination of a whole bunch of different metals. So that's all that means. Okay, well, let's see here. Let's slice right through in there. This is going to be fantastic, I think. It does take quite a bit of time to make these. It's not something that, you know, is a real quick thing. But if you had an outfit and, hey, I have said, oh, let me make something to wear with it because I don't have anything to match that. I have certainly gone in my paint pour book and gotten stuff out. Now I have my basic shape. I'm going to just go ahead and cut it out a little bit better. I don't know, you can't really see that well. But we'll see what we got here. This is a working. Alright, now let's see what's going to happen when I try to fit it back inside this cross, because it looks a whole lot bigger than what I have here. And I've managed to cut it a little too small in a couple places. It's going to be just fine. It's going to be just fine. I probably need to make myself a template. Now that I'm seeing this, that'll be something good. So you learn as I learn. Make a template for, that so it fits in a little bit better. So I think that's what I'll do going forward. Let me show you what we got here. That is going to be so pretty. So here's what I can do. Where that silver is showing, I can either, I don't want to cut it more, but I could, and then let it be around there. Or, hold the phone. Let me pull that out. I'm going to trim it up a little bit more on this side, and I think it might fit a little bit better actually. That. Alright, now I have the Diamond Glaze Diamond Glaze water-based dimensional adhesive, and I use it for my jewelry. Alright, so let's just use the new one. I got this from Amazon. So let's put our adhesive in here. Now you really don't have to, I'm going to use some resin on this one, so you don't really have to do this step for this one. I'm just used to doing this step because the others I put a glass cabochon on top after I put the jewelry in, or the paint inside the jewelry tray. So I just used a Q-tip. Now let's just slide this right in here. And just press it in. I think it looks fantastic. So I'm going to take the other end of that Q-tip that doesn't have the glue. It wouldn't matter if you put the glue on top. Sometimes I do put glue on top of it with the cabochon, obviously. But I love this. Oh my goodness. So pretty. Okay, so now I have this UV resin. Line over there. Alright, so we got some UV resin. That's it right there. Got it from Amazon. I'm going to put this right on here. I'm just going to get it in that tray. Fill it up. Let's even it out some. gonna be really pretty. I'm gonna drop it and make sure any bubbles rise up. Alright, then here. I have this little nail thing, and I'm gonna just slide it up in there. And other things, I've not done this, but I've done like what you call it, shells and stuff like this. I'm gonna do it at the most. Let's see here. Let's do 6. I think it ends up. That's a minute, but I think I need to do more. But we'll do that for now. Over there. Alright, let's see how this turned out. It is hot to the touch. But look at that. I love it. And that's with the pink skin in there. That's a beauty there. That one is gorgeous. I love it. So here's another cross that I have. Oh, this is one I've already done, and this that antique brass. Let's put this in a little bit longer. And then it has a little circle in the middle. It's not one of my favorites though. I don't know. It was what I had before. So anyway, let's try one of those. And I have it in silver as well. And these do come with glass cabochons. Some of the trays that I order do not come with the cabochon. You have to order it separate with that cross. Let's make some earrings to match it. Since that's so big, let's make something small. And I'm going to use these little bitty bitties. So here's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to slide this cabochon around on here and find that something pretty to go with that necklace. Or to match it. I mean, people don't get both. It's just, I like to do matching if I can. Alright, so I think I like that right there. So I'm going to take that Q-tip that I used earlier and my diamond glaze. I can't flip. So this is my diamond glaze adhesive. I'm going to put it right on the back of my cabochon. Not a whole lot because I don't want it squishing all out. And I'm just going to spread it out on there. Like so. Just spread out. Maybe on Q-tip. Just paintbrush if you want. And then I'm going to put it right here. Oh my goodness. Down here. Stick it on there. Take my, just press it down. Press, press, press. A little X-Acto knife. Because we don't want the, we don't want to be wasteful. I'm going to cut this out. Okay. So here's what we have ended up. Oh man, looks like a little cat eye, kind of. A little oval. I'm going to do the same thing with it. I'm going to put just a drop of my adhesive in there because I don't want it coming all out. Sometimes I'll put stick fast in there, but this, after you know a day, it's solid in there. You don't have to worry about it coming out. At least I've never had one come out. How about that? This is a really dainty little tray. Decide how I want it there. And then we will hold it for just a second. And let it. I'm just pressing it together, giving it a little extra squeeze. Look at that. So that'd be a little delicate earring that would look pretty with that cross. Isn't that gorgeous? Now it's got some, I think I've got some copper in there. It's got some green and blue. It's pretty. It's so pretty. Alright, so let's make a matching one. There are no two that are identical. They're unique, and even the earrings don't really match because it's impossible to get them exactly the same using paint pour. Now you can use other things in these trays. You can use little cutouts and different things you want to put in there. Another thing I do sometimes is put like little embellishments on top of the thing. Did I? I don't know if I left one out. I've done some with like little teeny tiny butterfly glitter, and those are really cute. So right now I'm just tracing around with my X-Acto knife. There we go. Little, they'll be small. Let's see here, let me get my hole punches back out. If I can get the right size. I'm gonna make a bracelet too. I've got different styles of bracelets. These are the cuff bracelets. Just put them on. Oh, look at that. And then we're going to put our paint inside there. So I'm going to see which one of these I think. I've got the window open and it's smelly. Something smelly coming in the window. This will be the right size. So that works. That makes it really simple. But before I invested in these hole punches, I did the same thing that I did with the earrings. So let's see here. I'm going to flip that over. So this has a clear base and I can see what it looks like on the bottom. Let's get that. You can see where you want it. And a bracelet match, yeah. And I got that. Let's give it a squeeze. And then out it comes. So, you know, perfect and no cutting around. So let's see, let's get that in our little tray. Get it where you can see it better. Just a little bit in there. So you want it squirting all out the sides, which this one wouldn't matter so much, but if you do use like stick fast or something like that, it gets cloudy. This dries clear and very pretty. So let's just decide now how we want it. You know, we'll be wearing it. Do we want it like that or we want it like that? I think I'd like to, you know, or do you want it how other people are going to see it? So, this other side's pretty too. Both sides are very pretty. Once you put it in there, it's in there. So let's get that in. I'm going to take the other side of that Q-tip that doesn't have the glue. But like I said, it doesn't matter if it has the glue because I'm going to put some more on there anyhow. Put it in there. Let's put our diamond glaze right on top of it. Spread it out. Tiny more. I do like to, you know, let them cure for about 24 hours. This, with the glue, the resin is ready to go, the one I did with the resin. And then we take our little glass cabochon, drop it right in there. Make sure you don't have any on your fingers. Now, if you do, it just wipes right off with some alcohol or witch hazel or anything like that. So I did get some glue out on the tray. And I try to get that off before it dries on there. And just give it a press to make sure it adheres well. I've lost the top to my glue. There it is. Alright, so there's our bracelet. You know, if you have teeny tiny wrists, you can give it a squeeze. And so that's what I like about the cuff. It can be, you know, it's adjustable on the sizes quite a bit. So here's what we have. Our cross. And I didn't get all the exact colors in the bracelet, so that I did. And the earrings. I think it's pretty. It's very pretty. I love these colors. These colors are fantastic.